Joining me live is One Nation MP Barnaby Joyce. Let's talk about South Australia. What is your KPI there, Barnaby?
Well, it's determined by the voters. Obviously, Corey Bernardi is a very experienced politician. He's very articulate. He's very cogent, and he'll be leading the charge down there. Obviously, we'll all go down and do our part. But I think it's hubris to start saying, "Oh, we're going to win this or we're going to win that." We'll just let the South Australian voters determine where One Nation will reside, and
Yeah.
I hope it's supportive because I think we can make a big difference down there.
What's your best chance? Which seat?
In regional areas in general, I think
No, in South
it's clear.
Australia. That's
Yeah, I
the
know.
first test.
Well, in South Australia,
Oh,
this will
yeah,
be in
sorry. I
regional
thought
areas.
you were asking more broadly. I'm sorry. As you were.
I know there's a lot of Adelaide, but there are other places
Yeah.
like Mount Barker and
Yes, there
Port
is.
Augusta, and we want to make sure that we, once more, it's for the people. I mean, I'm not going to start saying as soon as you start nominating one place, Laura, you start saying, "Well, I don't believe the other people will be voting for us, or we don't
Mm.
want your vote." It's a very dangerous thing to do in politics.
Yeah, it is. You like to live dangerously, though. We know that, Barnaby. Let's talk about the new Liberal leadership team. Anything tempt you to get back, Angus Taylor, Jane Hume, into the coalition fold? No?
Well, to be quite frank, I remember Jane Hume. Remember when they said, "Oh, David Littleproud is welcoming Libs. Do you want to join them, Jane?" Jane, and remember Jane said, "Oh, I'd have to talk a bit slower down in Cocky's Corner, and I suppose and I like my cappuccinos and believe in a market economy." That doesn't quite sound like the person you want in a coalition with country people, but there's always room for another divorce. What's the time? 10 o'clock, 10:30. It's time for another divorce. The day's but a pup, and let's see what happens.
You'd
Let's
have
see
to
what
think it would
happens.
be more secure, though, under this leadership team. You wouldn't say that.
Look, I hope for a strong opposition. Our nation needs it.
Mm.
You actually have a duty to hold the government to account. The Australian people want policy fleshed out. They want to be aware of its
Yeah.
faults and failings, and that has not been happening. It has been, when you think about economically where we are, we've had over 14,700 insolvencies in small business in the last year. No one's saying anything about it. Got the RBA saying that we're heading for a total train wreck as far as economic growth goes. Interest rates heading up, inflation staying up, and we're talking about spending billions of dollars on AUKUS, which we have to do, but no one's actually saying
Mm.
how we're going to raise this money. Where's it coming from? Now, all those are just a fraction of the things that a good opposition should be drilling down on, but it is not happening.
Let's talk about Farrer as well, because obviously you'd be contestable, highly likely to win that seat
Yep.
of Farrer. On what issues, and does it weigh on you that with our preferential voting system, if you split that Conservative vote, and the Libs and Nats have both said that they're running, One Nation will too, so that's a huge block of votes on the right. Could it just end up that at the next general election you deliver more seats to Labor?
Well, that's um, not an
The
issue
intention.
well, it's not our intention, and that's something the Liberal Party and the National Party can work out. I imagine. The issue for us is: are these people in Albury, in Deniliquin, in Griffith, in Hay, are they satisfied with the representation? And the big issues, and you're asking about them, is such things as the review of the Murray-Darling Basin, which is currently on,
Mm.
and that has a capacity to decimate the economy and the wealth of the areas if you just keep taking water away from the people who use it for their income. That's not just the farmers. Remember, farmers get paid out.
Yeah.
That's the hairdressers, the tyre businesses, the issues of the town. And we want to have a vibrant economy down there. Away from that, people like in Albury, they're dealing with the same issues: costs of living, power prices
Yeah.
going through the roof, about to go up another 25%. Even in places such as Griffith, they want stronger immigration policies, despite the fact that there are so many different ethnicities of people who came there. One would suggest that they know better than most what happens if this is out of control, and they don't want our country, their country now, becoming like the country that their forebears or they came from.
So there was always talk about you perhaps switching to the Senate, but now you've seen the polling, now we've seen a few changes in the political landscape. Will you contest New England as one nation, a
The,
one
the,
nation candidate, or would you look at another seat?
no,
No?
no, the plan is to stand for the Senate, but I'll put a caveat on that, that if we get closer to the day and the party says that they want me to do another job, then of course I've got to consider that.
Why don't
But
you
they
think you
haven't
could win
asked that.
New England as one nation?
I think I could, to be honest.
Well,
But
why don't you stay
that's
there?
well, it's that is because I mean, in the One Nation, I'm going to be part of that process and not start sort of predetermining, what I've got to do. I've got to also do what's best for One Nation, and that's what I intend to do.
Okay, we'll see you soon. Barnaby, nice to chat.